Hey YouTube, this is a video to talk about my experience with the Dell 49-inch Super Ultrawide monitor. I posted another video recently where I talked about using a 4K TV as a monitor, so if you're interested, have a look at that. But in that video I talked about I always seem to gravitate back to using four 27-inch 1440p monitors. I've tried a lot of different ultrawides, but I was intrigued by the new 49 because it is basically two 27s side by side, and eliminating the bezel and trying to clean up my desk space a little bit seemed a bit intriguing, so I thought I'd give it a try. I guess I'll provide a summary here in the beginning and say that I'm going back to the 27s, and so let me log in here real quick and I'll talk you through my thought process. So the first thing that I noticed is I wish that the display had a little bit more of a curvature to it. What I find with the 27s is I can angle them in just right, so that as I'm sitting here in the middle, I can use my eyes to just kind of glance back and forth. Whereas with this one, I notice that I tend to turn my head or turn my neck a little bit more as I'm working throughout the day. So that kind of gets irritating. And frankly, I'm just not seeing the value of sticking with this monitor by eliminating the center bezel. I'm basically spending $1,100 to eliminate the center bezel, and having to turn my head from side to side a little bit more. The other thing that I have, which is more just a minor irritation, is Dell ships this cool little application, if I can open it, called the Dell Display Manager. It's actually a handy little app where basically you can divide your display up into these different quadrants. I seem to always gravitate toward the side-by-side, like having the 227 side-by-side. But anyways, what happens is once you install and start running that application, it takes over the Windows Snap feature. And so if you're just using the one display, then it's great. It does exactly what you'd want it to do. And it works seamlessly, no problem. You just grab the application, move it to where you want to go, and you'll see these red boxes show up, and as soon as you let go, snaps the application right into place. So that's super handy. But for me, when I'm using these additional monitors up top, what I find throughout the day is if I have an application maximized up here and I'm moving quickly between screens and documents, maybe Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, web browsers, there's this irritating thing where you can't grab the top anymore and just drag the monitor. You have to minimize it a little bit and then grab it. And that gets a little irritating. So not the end of the world, but it is an irritation. What I will say positive about this monitor is the display is excellent. It's a really nice display, and I have it currently set to comfort mode, which is a little bit warmer. It's on the warmer side of the spectrum instead of cool. Kind of like if you were to turn on a blue light filter on your phone. It's similar to that. But the buttons down here at the bottom, really intuitive interface. Screen quality is great. No dead pixels. Connecting other devices. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll use the picture-in-picture mode where I'll run the Xbox One on one side and then my computer on the other side. Or if I connect up another Thunderbolt device, say like my X1 Yoga, just plug it in and recognizes it right away, no problem. Has a built-in KVM switch, so I can connect my keyboard and mouse to the monitor, and then that will control, depending on what input I have selected on the monitor, then you can use the keyboard and mouse with that particular device. So all that is super handy. But like I said, for me, I'm just not seeing the value of eliminating this center bezel. You can buy two nice 1440p IPS displays for, I don't know, $500-600 for both, and I already had some. Whereas this, on sale. Best you can probably do is about $1,000, $1,100 after tax. So just not seeing the value for me. But if I did, what I will say is if I wanted to have a very clean desk setup, if I just wanted to have one display, this would be a contender because it is basically two 27s side by side. So didn't want to disparage the display, but at the same time did want to share my personal experience in case it benefits somebody out there. And maybe at the end of this video, if I can do so, I'll splice in some video of what the 427s look like in the setup. So hope that helps somebody. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments section. Thanks. And we're back.